This is you, and you want this girl. This girl knows that you want her, so what will she do? She will ignore you. So, in order for her not to ignore you, what should you do? You must hide that you want her, but in that case, she will go to someone else. This is a dilemma I lived in for years, so let me go back with you a little into the past and explain how I managed to get out of it. Any girl I talked to and liked, it became only a matter of time before she started ignoring me. Ignoring me felt like something normal to me, and I did not know why. Why was she ignoring me? I used to think about it a lot and say to myself, why does every girl I want ignore me? To the point that I lost hope on some days. So I started going into forums and asking guys and trying to search for some advice that could help me. And I would find those pieces of advice like, be cool, do not show your interest, do not text first, act like you do not care, give her nothing. But if we are being realistic, I was average, or maybe below average, so there was no girl who was going to show me interest if I was not the one who wanted her in the first place. And here I fell into the dilemma that I told you about at the beginning of the video. I tried everything. I tried being the nice guy, I tried being the funny guy, I tried working out, I tried dressing better, I read every article, watched every video, tried every technique, and nothing worked because I was missing something fundamental, something underneath all those techniques that nobody was explaining to me. And what made it worse is that I could not figure out what it was. I was doing the right things, I was being confident, I was putting myself out there, and girls still looked through me like I was made of glass. I want you to know that, because if you are in that place right now, I just want to tell you that I was there, but I found a way out before you did, and I am going to give it to you. But first, let us go inside the mind of the girl, and I will explain to you the effect of each of these two actions, and what effect they have on her, and what happens inside her mind. Because if I explain directly what you should do, trust me, you will not be able to do it, because you will not understand it properly. This is you, and this is a girl in front of you. The girl is the reaction to the signal that you send. If you show her that you want her, her reaction will be ignoring you. Why? Let me give you an example so you can understand me. When you are hungry, you get up and cook food. You go to the supermarket, you buy ingredients, you come home and prepare a meal. You do all that work because you need the food. If you were already full, you would not move from the couch. Effort only exists because the need exists. Now apply that to her. When you make all this effort for a girl, texting first, complimenting her, adjusting your schedule, rearranging your life, what does that communicate? It communicates a message: I need you, because effort comes from need. That is how the brain works. And the moment she feels your need, something inside her changes. You stop being a man she is curious about, and you become a man she has completely figured out. She knows your whole story. She knows that if she pulls back, you will chase. She knows that if she goes quiet, you will panic. She knows that her attention is the thing holding your entire emotional world together, and nobody is attracted to something they are carrying. That was the first signal. Let me explain the second signal to you, which is hiding your feelings. This method is better than the first method, but the result will always be the same, which is she will eventually ignore you. Cold approach fails because mystery without desire is just emptiness. A girl needs to feel wanted. If she never receives a signal that says, I see you and I want you specifically, then she has nothing to invest in. So she leaves. So path 1, she figures you out too quickly and gets bored. Path 2, she never figures you out and gives up. I tried both failed, and for a while I genuinely did not know what to do. Then one day, by accident, I stumbled into the third option, the one that changed everything. There was a girl in my social circle. She was beautiful. I will not lie, every guy knew she was beautiful. The kind of girl that when she walked into a room, guys would fix their hair and sit up straighter. But I was not attracted to her. She was beautiful, and that was it. I felt nothing beyond that, and because I felt nothing, I treated her like one of my friends. I would say to her, casually and without thinking about it, things like, you look good today, the same way you would tell a friend, nice jacket. And when she said something stupid, I told her. When I got bored while she was talking, I simply turned and talked to someone else. My brain never entered that mode where you start performing and adjusting yourself because you want to impress a girl. Over the next few weeks, she started texting me first, sitting next to me, bringing me up in conversations I was not even part of. And my friends started saying, bro, she likes you. And I was also able to notice that she liked me. And since in those days I was still learning about attraction and I was obsessed with dating, and at the same time I was hungry, I was needy and attached and needed a girl in my life. I went to her and asked her out, even though I did not like her. And here she gave me an answer that changed my life. I cannot figure you out. You are nice to me, but it feels like you do not care whether I'm here or not. I do not know if you care about me or not, and I cannot go out with you because I am afraid. So I answered her, okay, as you wish. Take your time, think about it, and then give me your answer. She said, okay, let's go out. And that was when we had our first date, and we entered into a relationship. And this was the first time in my life that I saw a girl who loved me with all her heart. Of course, this was a mistake that I made because I entered a relationship with a girl I did not like. But with her, I learned one of the most important secrets to make a woman obsessed with you, and I discovered the solution to that dilemma. And from that moment on, no girl ever ignored me again. And listen to me very carefully now. The solution to this equation is a technique I call the sovereign desire signal. When you are with her, whether it is a date, a hangout, texting, whatever, your energy should say one thing: I am just here, passing time, you happen to be around. You are still talking to her, you are still there, but your energy is the same energy you would have if you were sitting with your cousin at a boring family dinner. You are comfortable, you are relaxed, you might even be having fun, but she is not the reason you are having fun. You are just a person who enjoys his own time, and she happens to be next to you. That is the first behavior. The second behavior, and this is what makes the formula work, is that every once in a while, something slips out of you. Something small, a look, a comment, a moment where she catches you noticing her. Just a crack in the wall where she sees, for half a second, that you actually find her attractive. And then the wall closes again, and you go back to just passing time. These two things together. That is the technique. Why? Because when she sees that you are treating her like she is just there, like she is not special, like you would be doing the exact same thing whether she was sitting next to you or not, her brain starts a process. She thinks, does he like me? He is talking to me, but he is not trying to impress me. He is just sitting there like I am one of his boys. Am I not attractive to him? Does he not see me as a girl? And that question, does he see me as a girl, starts eating at her because she is used to every guy making it obvious within 5 minutes. She is used to being treated differently. She is used to the compliments, the nervousness, the effort, and you are giving her none of that. So she starts doing something she does not usually do. She starts making effort, and then, right when she is starting to wonder if you even find her attractive at all, you give her a crack. Maybe you look at her for 1 second too long. Maybe you say, move your hair, I want to see your face. Maybe she catches you looking at her lips while she talks. Something small, something that lasts half a second. And in that half second, her brain explodes. He does see me, he does find me attractive, but then why is he acting so normal? Why is he not chasing me? Why is he so relaxed? Every other guy would be all over me by now. What is different about him? And she cannot answer that question. So she keeps thinking about it, and she keeps trying harder, and she keeps chasing that next crack in the wall, that next tiny moment where she gets confirmation that you actually want her. You turned her into the chaser by treating her like she is nothing special and letting something real slip out every once in a while. So now let me give you an example. And I want you to listen to me very carefully now, because the example I am about to give you is a legendary example that will make you understand the entire video. One day I was out on a date with the girl I told you about earlier, and she mentioned another guy. He was a friend who was hitting on her. Anyway, I forgot exactly what his story was, but she mentioned a guy to make me jealous. Of course, I was not interested, and I did not feel jealous, and I did not try to change the topic. I answered her and said, he sounds like a good guy. Does he know you steal food off other people's plates? Then I continued the conversation as if nothing had happened. The reason I gave you this exact example is because this answer actually summarizes the entire video, and if you understand it, you will understand the whole concept. Let us analyze this answer. First, this answer shows that you did not feel jealous, which means you are not bothered. At the same time, it shows that you do not mind joking about her. Imagine that you and the girl are sitting and eating, then she reaches over and starts stealing food from your plate. Most men would not dare to mention that, but you should not be afraid. You should talk about it. The only thing you should not do is talk about it angrily as if you have never seen food in your life. Just notice it, and when the opportunity comes to mention it, mention it. And this is something girls like a lot, which is that you are not afraid to joke about her. Or let us assume that this girl talks a lot. Do not be afraid to talk about that. For example, she calls you and you're about to have a phone conversation. At the beginning, you tell her something like, damn, my ears are gonna get tired tonight. Or she starts telling a long story. You say, wait, is this gonna have an ending or should I pack a lunch? I think you understand what I mean. One of the biggest things that makes a girl feel that you just want to spend a good time with her and that you do not need her is that you joke about her flaws. Just do not joke about her insecurities. For example, if she is overweight, do not joke about her weight. Another way to show her this is to exaggerate her criticism of you. For example, you are talking and she tells you she does not like your t-shirt, or she starts laughing at your style. That is criticism. Do not try to defend yourself. Your answer should be something like, yeah, I know, I have terrible taste in shirts. You should see my closet. It is a crime scene. When you do everything I explained to you in this video, that girl, the one who used to ignore you, the one who used to get bored after a week, the one who used to disappear without explanation, will now look at you in a way no one has ever looked at you before. Because now you are a man who wants her, and she can feel it deep inside, but his happiness is not in her hands. That is the man she cannot ignore. That is the man she thinks about at midnight. That is the man she tells her friends about and cannot explain why. This is the sovereign desire signal, and this was the Dark Needle.